Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and today we will discuss the situation in Ukraine on the 6th of April. Before we start, I'll tell you that today was the most silent day in this Ukraine campaign. Not much news from the front lines. Russian forces, they are working, doing very hard job on every front line. Ukrainian forces, they are standing still on their places and they are not planning to go back. This is like the main picture of today. But let's start step by step. Let's update our map and the thing we know about this map. First of all, Ukrainian forces, they are continuing attacking from the Kryvyi Rih region. They took another few farms and towns on the south, on the north of Kherson. This Kherson, they took this town. One very important thing about this territory. I would like to tell something about town named Snigirivka. In this scope, on this front line, this is the most important town. First of all, this town is on the north of Kherson, and this town located on the river, very interesting place. And this is like very interesting town and place Russian can attack to the north. And according to this map, we see that this town is not under Russian control. But according to the Russian sources, map, we see that at least this town is in the territory of Russian control, on the territory of heavy clashes. But today I got the video. Like Russians brought some help, some support to the civilians in this town, and they did this very easy without any problems and without any risk. So that means I think that this town, none of the sources are saying that this town is under Russians, but we can say that they can easily go there and bring their support and supply to civilians and to their forces which located somewhere here. So we'll see. Let's move next. Now we're moving to the Mariupol. This map is also not updated, but Russian sources map has already updated this map, and I'll show you the difference. Take a look at this. As far as you can see, we can say like top part of this town, central part, and the west-south part is the same on the both maps. We can say like almost the same, but the difference is about the left side of the river. This part, according to the Russian map, they have already taken it, and the forces from the west has already came to the border of Azovstal region. On the north side of this territory, yesterday Ukrainian forces surrendered. It was around 30 soldiers. There was also a video picture of that, and so on. Very important news are coming from this region, from the we could say like west-south part of this territory. According to the Russian sources, Ukrainian forces in this territory, they fall back and retreat to the territory of Mariupol port. Here, it's very nice area to protect. At least it's almost the same fortified area like Azovstal or factory of Ilyich. Took less place. It's not very big, but it's also very easy to protect. And one more important thing, that as far as I understand, this is the only territory where Ukrainians can do some evacuation. And yesterday, there was another attempt to evacuate forces from here. Ukrainian forces, they sent two helicopters here, and these helicopters were shut down. So another attempt to evacuate was failed. One more thing I want to add about this territory. It's also everything from Russian sources. The West sources they're not agree with this information, or they're not saying anything about this. But Russians, they are saying that in this area, near this port, near the only one place where you can make evacuation, here there are a lot of foreign mercenaries, foreign mentors. And today, Russian sources, they provided a picture of some personal things of one soldier. And according to the text and according to the video, they say that these things belong to French foreign legionnaire. We discussed the situation a few days ago, so I linked this news in my Telegram channel. And if you're familiar with the French Foreign Legion and you know their signs and so on, please take a look in the Telegram channel and share with us your opinion, if it's so, or if it's a real French Legion, or it's just some maybe volunteer who can serve in these forces and so on. It will be very interesting to understand if there are foreign mercenaries in this area. Let's move next. On the south part of this Donbas border, there are no changes. At the front line, we're totally calm. No news, no heavy clashes, no success from the both sides. And the same situation was on the whole front line. We saw some pictures about bombing, flying, some planes, artillery, battles, but no movements. So today Russians didn't took any town in this area. And it could be a sign of few things. First of all, or it's very difficult to move further, or it's a calm situation before the big blow. Now let's move to the north. The only information about very heavy clashes today came from a town named Popasnaya. This is the town we discussed in previous videos, and Russia took almost half of the town and established some fire control over this road. As far as I understand, Russians they're planning to move forward and take the whole town, and Ukrainians there are protecting, trying to defend this town, and also they're trying to push Russians back. Another very interesting situation. Yes, the only one town Russian took today was the day named Nova Shtakovska. This small town, this is not a very big town, and I'm not sure that it was a very big problem to take this town. I think that Russians just go forward, and because the main fortified area Ukrainian is here. So maybe there was some block post, very far block post from the main forces, and Russians they took this town and they stopped. No more movements. Very interesting news are coming from this territory, from Rubezhnoye, Severdonetsk, Lysychansk territory, this agglomeration. According to the open sources we can find in internet, and according to Russian sources, in this territory there are around 15,000 Ukrainian soldiers. This territory has a very big value for Ukrainians, and we can understand that. First of all, the river Seversky Donetsk split this territory in two parts. One part Lysychansk, and it's totally defended from Ukrainians, and two towns, Rubezhnoye and Severdonetsk, where the main clashes are. And Russians, they want to push Ukrainian forces on the other side of this river and establish here or very stable front line, or to prepare themselves for operation here. Yesterday was very interesting news. Of course, Russian sources they're saying that Ukrainian forces they're retreating from this territory, and while retreating they blow up some chemical boxes. But who knows? We'll see what's going to be next. There is no news from the Izium area. Russians just updated this map. They shown that some towns are now under their control, and they're showing the destination of their attack, but no more movement, no more success on these areas. From Ukrainian side, we can say that the Ukrainian forces, Ukrainian authority in this region started the evacuation process. Yesterday we discussed the meaning of the Donbas border operation, and we discussed that the most important towns which will be under first attack is Slaviansk, Kramatorsk, Barvinkovo, and Lozovoye, these towns, and town named Pokrovsk on the south. So these towns we discussed yesterday, their meaning and their value in this Donbas border operation. And Ukrainian authorities, they ordered and started evacuation exactly from these towns. So you understand what that means. That means that Ukrainians, they are waiting attack to this town, and now they want to minimize losses among civilians. So we'll see what's going to be next. Also, today I got a very interesting comment about the previous video. Usually, I try to discuss the situation in Ukraine from the eyes of Russians. I'm trying to explain everything from the Russian side because they do some actions here. They're attacking, and they're moving. They do some actions on this battlefield. Ukrainians, they are just defending themselves. So they are not counter-striking. And you saw that if they're taking some towns, I always say about this. And often I'm asked about the question, what should Ukrainians do in this situation? I would say that for now, they don't have any possibility to do anything else but just to defend themselves in towns. They don't have power, they don't have at least fuel, even to counter-strike. The only thing that they can do is to stand whole and to hold towns. And if they do this as good as they do this in Mariupol, maybe they will achieve some success. But we will see. And also there was a very interesting comment and idea, what is going to be if Kharkiv group will attack this territory. This territory is the main supply road for Izum group. And as far as you can see, Ukraine is rich for rivers, and you need to think before attack. You need to build the road you're planning to do this. And the idea was to do like this. It's a very interesting plan. And if Ukrainians had fuels, or at least they have control over the sky, I think that they would do this. But for now, I see that they are not even planning to do this, because the main target is town named Kupiansk, this one, because this is the center of Russian roads, which Russians use for supply of Izum. And if Ukrainians will be able to cut this road, or at least to establish fire control over this town, they need at least 20 kilometers. So for example, from here to here, at least if they will be able to establish their front line somewhere here, it will be much more easier for Ukrainians to protect the Donbas border. But for now, I see that they can't even go further. They can't even leave Kharkiv. Kharkiv is under very heavy fire control. Today we see that it's a pretty calm day, but before, and there are a lot of pictures in Telegram, I try to update you that Kharkiv is under very heavy fire control, and all the forces there are freezed and pressed to the ground. So, but I think that as soon and if Ukrainians will be able to start their counter-strike, I think that this direction will be their main and the first, because this direction will cut off Russians' support from Russian Federation to town named Izum and to Izum region. And maybe, as soon as big operation starts here, and Russians will push forces here, maybe at this very moment Ukrainians will start their counter-strike operation in this direction. So we'll see, because it's a very smart step. Of course, they will have to pass a lot of towns, like this one town, this one, and they will shoot, and they have only one way to attack in front. They won't be able to attack from the north, from the south. So it will be kind of suicide operation, because Ukrainians, they will have to lose a lot of forces, because they will attack right in front, and they need to pass at least few towns, one, second, between two rivers, and they will be under very heavy artillery and air fire. But if they will be able to do this, they will achieve some success, and they will give some more time for Donbas border for their protection and defending themselves. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel and enjoy your day.